I need to be talked off of the ledge. Everyone knows by now I'm a huge Steelers fan. Like, that's my team. I'm riding with my team, all the things. I also am nitpicky, and I will pick and prod and all the things.
I guess today I'll be moonlighting as a therapist, but when I'm not in therapy mode, I'm a retired 9-year NFL veteran. Spent 4 years with the Pittsburgh Steelers from 2014 through 2017, the Killer Bee era. And yeah, man, had a ton of fun. Obviously, man, throughout my time here, won a lot of games, man, got close to a championship, AFC championship, but as a whole, man, still love everything black and gold. And like you said, man, around the clock doing content on it, and that's shown through YouTube and everywhere else. So yeah, excited to be here with you though. So let's do this. Let's go.
Do it.
Appreciate you again taking some time to jump on the channel, and appreciate the opportunity for letting me jump on your channel as well.
Absolutely.
Like I said, we will do this again in the future, but
Aw, can I just shout out to me for saying I am nitpicky? I like what I like. I'm very nitpicky. How are you this morning?
Words. When I'm just every time I go through these intros, whether it's on mine or yours, I'm like, yo, you were like prophetic right here, man. You're just this. You were letting us all know. Most people, they're not honest when you first meet them. They gonna give you all the fun. Oh yeah, man, I'm cool. Everything's fine. No. I would never nitpick me. No. But you was like, listen, I know we just met. I know your channel's new to me. I know we still doing this thing new, but I'm a nitpicky, all right? I like it, but I got questions. Okay, I like that right there. Shout out to the honesty. Shout out to the transparency. Absolutely. And I got to sit on the front end. Shout out to your reaction video. I'm finding myself over here. I'm like, you get the people going. Oh my God. I'm like, the video was fire, but then the whole comment section be a whole nother. I'm just over here like, man, this is just as entertaining as the dang video was.
I love it. And my favorite part is when people don't like it and they tell me they don't like it. I'm like, thank you so much for telling me that you watched it and you didn't like it. Yes.
I needed that feedback. Thank you. You know what I'm saying? You were real one for that.
It's so fun. You know what's funny? So nobody cares about this, but as people are rolling in, let me just tell you. So okay, the game. I'm like, okay, are we going to get a stop? Okay, 2-minute warning. Okay, okay, should I go get ready? What am I going to say? And then I try to think about it. Then we get the stop and I'm like, okay, should I do it before the game ends? Should I not? And then I never know what I'm going to say because I don't plan it. And so then I go into my recording room and I'm like, all right, screw this. And I hit it and I'm like, I don't know what that was. And it's like, I never know what's going to come out. I actually don't watch it back until you post it.
Yeah, so I enjoy watching it back. That's my whole thing. I'm like, I watch it 2-3 times. I'm like, yo, this is fire. I'm like, yo, one of these days I would just get it printed out and my emotions will come out. I'll be like, yo, I'm so reserved. How do you do that? I'll even go back and look at my video. I'm like, I thought I was emotional. I thought I had more in my. I was like, man, I was kind of just chill over here.
No, you were. You know what's funny is I have my reaction, and then when I come down off of my adrenaline, I'll watch yours because then I'm like, okay, let me see what a reasonable person would say to this craziness. Because for me, I'm like, I don't know what that was. Offense, defense, do we suck? Are we good? I don't know. I don't know what this is. I just don't know. And you're like, well, according to what I saw on the left side of the line, no. I'm like, how is that calm after this crap? What was that? So,
I promise you, to me, my reaction, I'm over here like, yo, I thought I was pretty dang fired up. I thought I was internally, I'm like, yo, I'm hot. I got to talk about this. If I'm saying it publicly, this is the issue. If I'm saying it publicly,
It's funny. You're like, and then, because on the right side, well, that's okay. We're going to improve the right side, though. I'm like, okay. Yeah. So anyways, welcome everybody in. Welcome chat. Hello, everyone. And I have Moats to blame for everybody now calling me PhD or doc in the chat. So
you
welcome,
are the doctor.
Everyone.
Listen. She had a lot of pre-show assets prepared for today. Okay, her preparation, her detailed research. I'm glad to be a part of the universe now. You feel me? I told her, I said I feel smarter just because I talked to her. All right, all these conversations that they you see my posture. You see me. I do this a lot now. I'm trying to sit up because you know what I'm saying, because it's I just feel like, yo, I can't be casual like that. All right.
I love it.
You know, so I'm glad that my channel is all in support of your PhD, because like I said, man, we don't know a lot of PhDers that come on this channel. All right, that ain't our, yeah, you PhDers, y'all just different. All right, that doesn't
so
happen on our
funny.
channel a lot, so we appreciate you taking some time with me, your research. Yeah.
Well, listen, okay, I wish my commentary was that polished, okay, because like to the core of me, I'm like, ah. But so yeah, and welcome. Like the funny thing is too, I will say, when certain things happen in the game and then I put them in the video, I always go to the chat because I'm like, did y'all remember? Yeah, everybody remember what I was yelling about? Okay, we're all good. And then the freaking toss gets a touchdown, and I'm like,
everybody thought of you. Everybody.
I can't get rid of it ever. I can't get rid of it.
As soon as I saw that touchdown, I thought of you, and then I started laughing because I said, oh, she really about to hate this play now because we actually got points off of this.
I did.
You know we coming back to that one.
I did.
You know
and even in my reaction video, once I like came down, I was like more composed. I said in the video, I still hate the play, but if that play is getting us touchdown, we need to throw that bad boy every week. I know. And I appreciate everybody thinking about me when they saw that, because I was sitting at home going, touchdown, touchdown. We got it. It's okay. Everything's fine. So I love it. Well, hello, chat. If you want to tell us, well, usually Moats does this thing and he's like, well, tell us where you're from and we'll shout you out. And we will do that. If you tell me where you're from, I will shout you out. However,
drop it in the comment section, man. Yeah.
I have an asset I would like to show right now, because what happened? So what happened was we had a conversation last week, and the conversation was about, would you rather have a PhD or would you rather play in the NFL? Okay, that was the conversation. Okay, so I am Petty, and I thought, what if I presented this to my Instagram audience?
Oh wow!
What would my Instagram audience think about this? Okay, and so one of my assets today that I'm bringing to you is, you will see on the screen. Okay.
Hey yo, whoa, we are wild. This is wild.
You will see on the screen the actual survey, and you will see that 57% of my Instagram audience wants to be in the NFL as opposed to getting a PhD. Okay, I win at all costs. Okay, I am nitpicking.
This is crazy.
I will figure it out. And so,
you know what? Did some behind the scenes research on this. You didn't gather data and information to come back and find. This is nuts.
So I just need to verify my hypothesis. And so what you're seeing on the screen is that verification. Okay, so this is from my Instagram. I tagged Moats so they could go find him, just so they knew I wasn't making this up. Okay, I put the clip of the video. I tagged everything. Okay, and I'm just showing the results of what happened, because that is what the people believe and that is what the people want. So I know you're here for football. We will talk about that in just a second. I just wanted to confirm that more people wish they were in the NFL than have a PhD. That's it. That's it. So we'll show this asset again in another hour, just for the new viewers coming in. Trust me, you'll get this asset again in the next hour.
Look, I'm learning who we dealing with, guys. All right, guys and girls, we learning. Okay, clearly she ain't playing film here. Clearly, this is not what we are normally accustomed to. We are dealing with the PhD person, so y'all can see. Okay. We ain't never had somebody come at me like that before, man, with actual like research and all these graphics that just pop up in the middle of the screen like this, and just I can't even hide from it. All right. That caught me off guard.
Yeah, so there it is. So I just wanted to, say that again, just, so everybody knows, where I'm getting my information. I just showed you where I was getting my information. Everybody saw it. We'll show it again in about 30 minutes. Okay, just calling it out. So welcome everyone, and how are you?
This is wild.
We are dual streaming on both of our channels, so make sure you like both of our channels, subscribe to both of their channels. If you like more of my pettiness, I am here all season, so I will be available for.
I'm just caught. Like, look, you can see my man Mike from Jersey. He's like, yo, she put the poll up because I'm the only one that throw the pole around. I said the treatment. I'm just like, whoa, wait a minute,
In
wait
the
a
center of
minute.
our screen.
And he's just gonna
Okay.
use it against me, like, yo, this is crazy. Okay, all right.
So that is what we're doing here. Okay. So yeah, there's that. So there's my first shot at being petty. There will be another instance of me being petty at the very end of this stream. If you watch at the very, 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 very end of the stream, you will also see another action of me being petty at my highest tier. Okay. And you will appreciate it. But anyways, we're not there yet. So DM4191, good morning.
Top of the morning, DM. Top of the morning. Let's
Good
go.
morning.
Oceanside in the house.
Welcome.
Cali. Yeah.
I love that. Good morning from Tucson, 520. Love to see that. Ooh, what's the weather like out there? Is it hot out there?
Ooh,
Yeah.
good question.
Yes, Mike.
Rainy season over
I did
here.
put the poll out. I did put the poll out. It is that serious for me. It is that serious. You have to win at all costs. I'm a Pittsburgh Steelers fan. Okay. I live it through my life also. Okay. So there's that. So, good morning, everyone. 562 Long Beach, California.
We got Wendy. Shout out to Wendy Johnson. Let's get it. Let's get it. Early rising on your side, too. Appreciate you being here.
I love that. We have a lot of people saying hit that like button. So let's make sure we hit that like button. We would appreciate it. And then 732 Somerset, New Jersey.
Okay. Little East Coast in the building. Yeah.
I love it. I love it. Ooh, C. Hobbs, Irwin, PA.
Okay. He right up the road. He right around the way. That's like we're close to where training camp is for the Steelers, so not too far off of that. So probably about an hour-ish from where I'm at. Yeah.
I love that. We have Austin, Texas. Shout out to Austin, Texas. Hook 'em, by the way, if you're a Texas fan. If you're not, that's your loss. I'm sorry.
Big Arch in the building. I see y'all. Yeah.
770 Atlanta early. Okay.
What up, Hannibal? What up?
I love it.
ATL, baby. Let's ride.
And then we have Memphis, Tennessee. Memphis has some of the best food. Good morning, James. So happy that you are here today.
Shout out.
Ooh, we have 559.
Visalia.
What is that? Visalia? Is that how you say it?
Visalia, California. Heck yeah, that's the homie Jared.
I love that.
About to say locked in. I see you, Jared. Early morning, baby. Early.
I love it.
They get up early for you, TaNeisha. Hey, when I show up in the morning, they be like, hey, Moats, man, it's early. They up here early for you. I like it. Shout out.
Good morning. Good morning. If you were here to see all of my pettiness, I am in full-blown petty, okay? If you just missed my last visual, it will make an appearance again when I feel like being petty, because I'll just pop it up on the screen and I'll just be like, hey, remember that thing?
This is wild. This is like just wow that you just popping this up like this, like... I was not prepared. I was not ready.
This is only funny too because he has no clue of anything I have going on. Okay, we don't talk about this. We don't tell each other anything. Okay, he has no clue. My level of petty. I walked
into the block. The block hot right now. Nobody gave me the bird call before I walked up. I'm thinking it's all smooth. She over here like, oh yeah, man, everything good. How's the weather today? I'm like, yo. We never talk about the weather, but she really asked me how the weather. I bet, yo, so I'm thinking everything is good. Wow, this is wild. I'm over here this one on. She got me Ron Dollar. She didn't empty the clip. This boy said, no, yeah, man, this is crazy.
I love this for me. We have 323 Watts. Okay, shout out to Watts. And then I saw Rod say he is surprising his daughter for her birthday at school today. Brought donuts for the class.
Salute to
Happy birthday to your daughter. And shout out to you, Dad, for stepping up and taking her donuts on her birthday.
Let's go.
That is awesome.
Energy.
That is awesome.
Shout out.
Oh, look at this. Dr. T isn't petty. She's just detailed.
Now, James, don't be over here. James over here trying to suck up. Don't you be doing that, James. This is petty. This is petty with a capital P. All right, don't you try to don't use that Jedi mind trick. That's what I do. Oh, this is bad. No, it's not that. You just seen it from a different perspective. We got to change the lens a little bit.
I like
it. This is petty.
I like it.
All right,
I'm winning over the audience. I'm winning over the audience.
Petty LaBelle. That's you. Petty LaBelle. All right, stall me out, man. This is crazy.
I love it.
Detail.
I love it. So at any moment, you just might see it pop back on the screen. You know, I can't call it. Depends on how I feel. But so this is Turn Up Tuesday. because the audience has deemed the show, whenever we lose, it is Therapy Tuesday. When we win, it is Turn Up Tuesday. And I like an audience suggestion. So it is Turn Up Tuesday. How are you feeling? How are we feeling now that we're removed? The game. It went. I think all of us are kind of like confused. I'm like, are we good? Are we bad? Are we average? Are we perfect? Do we got them right where we want them? Like, how are you feeling now that it's Tuesday and we're a little bit far removed, especially after seeing, quite honestly, how bad the Bengals looked, how bad the Ravens looked. Like,
it sounds like you done zoomed out. It says, the 24-hour rule. Mm-hmm. And the beautiful thing is this. That's what we do as professionals. We talk about the 24-hour rule, meaning if you win or lose, you enjoy it or you sulk in it, but you have 24 hours. And after that, it's on to the next week, because you can't carry that bag, because you got to get to what we have to improve upon, what you want to maximize, right? In terms of some of the good things that happen in the game, but some of the things that have popped up in these first 3 games, now we're getting a little bit larger of a sample size. So now it's becoming a little bit easier to identify. Okay, yeah, we're seeing this a little bit more. This has popped up a little bit. This is more of a trend now versus bad matchup, or, hey, man, just a weird in-between type of game. And we're going to actually know a ton once we get to this 4th game, because now we don't have to guess. We have 4 game sample size for a lot of these players out here, coaches included. And that's the beautiful part. But for me, I celebrated the victory because from my experiences at this level, my first introduction to the NFL, I went 0-8 to start out.
Oh, wow.
I personally understand losing 3 games during that 0-8 span in overtime. It's extremely hard to win in this league, man. So I never take a victory for granted. I don't care if it's in the preseason. I'm like, yo, it mattered. It was a win. Yeah. You always want to win. Winning always feels better than losing. And until you experience that as the intro, you're like, bro, it just shifts your perspective. So to me, it was like, yo, was it the 5-star roses and butterflies and a grassy meadow with the beautiful soft rainbow in the background performance? Nah. But at the end of the battlefield, were my guys walking off of that field, or were my guys getting laid out for the paramedics to sort out at the end of it? And that's the part for me that it's like, yo, we got out of there with the victory, and we can never, and it was, now I won't say we, but as like players, we would always talk about, you never lose sight of the main objective. No. And the reason why I say that is I don't want to, because not everybody has that perspective. Not everybody shares that mindset of like, at the end of the day, winning. We have to get the victory. We're going to criticize. We're going to figure out how to make it better and better, because we want to maximize these opportunities. But before we look big picture, we still have to look at what was the most important task this week, and that was winning. For me, it was like, man, when I look at it from that lens, I was like, yo, we did what we needed to do. Every game is different. Every storyline is different. That's what we say is a week-to-week league. We talk about Green Bay 2 weeks ago. They looked invincible. Then you watch them lose to Cleveland, self-destruct, so to speak. And it's like, well, hey, was that self-destruction more or less than when we look at our offense between quarters 2 and 3? It's like, man, you could pick your poison, right? But at the end of the day, you would much rather be coming out of there with a victory than, man, y'all look dang good for them 3 quarters. And then what happened in the last 10 minutes of the game, right? We talk about Baltimore. Baltimore, man, at the beginning of the season, we're like, yo, they look invincible, unstoppable. Right now, you're asking, well, what's up with Derrick Henry? Is Derrick Henry is that kink in the armor? Because it looked like that's, it started to think about it a little bit. They still tough, but they also 1-2 right now. Then you look at Cincinnati and it's like 2-1, but that 2-1 feels very different than our 2-1 right now due to their assets or the lack thereof, right? Joe Burrow being gone for 3 months. You watch Jake Browning and how he looked versus Minnesota, and it's like, whoa, buddy. So for me, I'm like, yeah, as much as I would love to be over here pissed off that, yeah, man, we had all these turnovers and we only scored 21 points, won by 7. Granted, we won by more than what Vegas even projected, but still, it's like, yo, we wanted to win by even more, right? Make it double digit, make it sexy. So that part for sure, I feel that. And then it's the other side of like, but yeah, when you just start to just peek up a little bit out my lawn, because right now I'm in my lawn, but when I just looked around, I'm like, oh, I'm tripping about my mulch and my bushes.
Correct.
Bro, they ain't even cut they joint. Oh, he ain't even edged his. He don't even have a lawnmower anymore. His lawnmower broke. He's going to the push more now. Like,
And that's where I was at. It was like, as the day went on, I felt better and better because I feel that, again, when you're in it and you're like, ooh, and then you make your video and then you're thinking about it. And then it's like, as the day kind of goes on, you start to go, okay, but why do I feel this way? Like, why, like we won? Why am I like this? And then I make my video and then I wake up the next day and I'm like, okay, this is my process, right? I'm like, okay, I watched a lot of football. What did I see? What did I see? What did I think? How did I feel? Who looks better than us? Because now I have to see like who looks really good that I can work my way through and say, okay, like where are we? And then I thought, okay, this is the NFL. This isn't college where I can say we're better than them. How do we not like run them over and score 40 or whatever? And so for me, I thought this is the NFL. It's hard to win. It is all of those things. And I think my biggest angst is I feel like there's some things that are just like continuing to show. That's the thing that makes me feel like, ugh. And it's like the run game that's making me feel because I think to my core, I know as a Steelers fan, that's like our identity. It's like we want to run first. But when we can't run first, I'm concerned that we're not going to pivot away from it. We're just going to keep trying it over and over. And I'm like, at what point do we say, this ain't even working? Like, it's just, and we'll try it a couple of times to drive, but like, and so that's kind of my angst is this run game is giving me a little bit of like, I don't know what that is. And then I still feel like maybe it's just, that's it. I just don't know. And so because I don't know, I'm like, I can't call it. I can't identify it. I watch other teams literally hand the ball off and their running back can run down the field just fine. And I'm like, why can't my team do that? Like, and I get it. I don't even look at like the teams that have like the top running backs, right? Because like, whatever. I'm looking at other teams and even like the bad teams can hand off the ball and run the ball. Why can't my team do that? So that's kind of my issue is how can we fix that? I get it. It's going to take time. But then this morning I thought that was our third preseason game. And so let's see what game 4 is. So that's like my brain like manipulating me and making me like be okay with what I'm seeing. It's like, okay, so that's kind of how I felt. I'm like, again, like you said, happy for the win. Anytime my team wins, I'm happy, right? Love that for us. But I just have some concerns of like this run game. I just don't know what it is.
They're legitimate. Yeah, they're legitimate concerns. And what we've seen through these first 3 games, it does show that is more of an issue from my eyes than pass protection. But it's funny because when the season first started, it was almost reversed. We were feeling more confident that we would be able to run the football as a bare minimum, and we were more concerned about pass protection. So in a way, I'm like, okay, I've seen improvement from pass protection. Even though Rodgers got hit last week, Rodgers didn't get sacked at all. When we watched some of the hits that Rodgers took, it wasn't as if they were as soon as he dropped back. A lot of them were him holding the football, trying to get something down the grass, right, or waiting on routes to develop. So that was promising because week 1, we could pull up the comments where it was these players are not playable. These players you can't have out there. It's like, no, you just didn't give them enough time to show you, right? Different matchups. And it was funny too. We look at how the Jets got out of a stadium. And you're like, man, who was that guy that made that sexy play? Oh, Will McDonald. Go think.
Look at that.
What a coinky dink, right? So that part for me, it was like, yo,
I heard that so long. This show's off the rails.
Like, what a coinky dink. Yeah. So for me, hilarious. So for me, that was the part where, I find some promise with the O-line. I say, give them time. They have to keep having time. But now from a run blocking standpoint, what I've identified just from these first 3 games, issues aren't at tackle. Issues are the 2 guards in center when we're talking about that. So that is a complete different level of focus and level of concern that we have now, when prior to that, the only name we heard was Broderick Jones.
So did we hear his name at all this weekend?
Go figure, right? We said once you get out of that first bad matchup with Will McDonald, it should look better. It's looked better. So I look at those interior guys and I say, okay, those first 2 weeks, you had similar bad matchups, right? A Quinnen Williams and Leonard Williams, right? Both of those dudes are good. Heck, even this week you had a Milton Williams. I'm like, all right, man. Yeah, you're facing some good talent. Do I expect more from you? Absolutely.
Yeah.
But I do understand the same way we will talk about our wide receivers. We say, hey, man, why don't you win right now in a hurry? Or quarterback, why don't you make every single pass, right on the money? Hey, DK, why you drop 2 easy ones and then catch a crazy hard one, right? Over the first 3 games. So think of it in the same context with the blocking element, except now it's less about the skill and it's more about the physical nature of, okay, say you're going against this dude who's a dog also, right? And y'all got 10 reps. 5 of them you win, 5 of them you lose. But the problem is the ones that you're losing are actual handoffs, whereas the one you're winning, hey, it's the play action pass versus a pass rep. So now when we're trying to run, we become one-dimensional. So what we've seen is this. Arthur Smith, people don't give him credit for it. From my eyes, he's already been working on pivots. That's the quick screen to DK Metcalf. That's the toss to Kenneth Gainwell. That's the let Jalen Warren run to the flat and you're throwing it to him right now. Those are pseudo run plays because you can't just keep running down the middle because you don't have that type of back, right? We said that was more of the Najee approach, right? Or even we hope Caleb Johnson may develop into that. But until you do, you have to figure out ways to help Aaron Rodgers by not making it completely one-dimensional where you're almost in the gun predominantly throwing every time, but you also have to maintain a flow so that way you can win the game. Because if you only focus on, I want to be the best running team, or I want my running game to look better than anybody else's, that's cool. But does this week account for that? Or does this week say, man, we got to, protect the ball, play field position, and then at the end of this, now we're going to hit you Calvin Austin.
Yeah.
That's like that in between, especially in season. Preseason, you have the luxury of, let's figure it out. Let's keep working through all these things to just figure it out, just for the sake of figuring it out, right? It doesn't account for a win or a loss. We just want to know.
Yeah, but it doesn't matter. Yeah.
Right. But when the season starts, it's that fine balance of, I want information, I want development, I want exposure, but the business of football is winning. So if you're not winning, you could be developing all you want. You could be having all this feel good all you want. All these concepts could look great. But if you keep losing, you're going to get fired. Dudes they're going to lose their jobs. Whereas we complain about why the structure is what it is here. It's because they find ways to continually win regardless of how it looks. And that's the part that we always say as consumers, and that's the sports entertainment balance and why it gets nasty at times, because we're like, we want to be entertained also while you are winning. But what's more entertaining? You scoring 30 and losing, or you finding ways to win 21-14, even though you're like, bro, we have 5 turnovers and we still ain't scored 30. Like, why we ain't make it sexy on it? It's like, what's going on with that? But it's which one would you have rather had? Because like we look at Baltimore right now, and they've had 2 offensive explosion games, right? You can throw that Cleveland game in there too. But it's like you look at how they're sitting here, like, well, hold on. Now, granted, the matchups and the context does matter. But just as we sit here 3 games in, we don't care about all that context when we're saying, what's the record? Because we know at the end of the season, we're not about to go back through here and say, well, hey, man, Baltimore, y'all was only winning by this much then. Y'all only lost by that much. It's like, no, is your record good enough to qualify you for the party? If it's not, we don't care about that. That's why we don't care about what Cincinnati did last year. Because, like, man, y'all could talk all your, Cincinnati score offense. Hey, Joe Pratt, but it's like, hey, y'all ain't even make the dance. Y'all ain't make the playoffs, man. So y'all go back to the kiddie table for a little while.
Yeah, and you're not wrong. And I think, too, the hardest thing, the thing I love about football is the thing that I hate the most, which is like such as life, right, is there's 11 players. And so I can say Broderick and our tackles played so well and DK caught every pass and da-da-da-da-da. And then I can also say, but gosh, our guards and center are not working well together. And it's like all of these things can be true. And I always say I live in a gray world. I'm always like, well, it depends. Like my answer is naturally like, well, it depends. Well, tell me more. You like, someone's like, well, what about this? And I'm like, I don't know. Tell me more. And I think that's very football because it's like, all of these things can be true. We can say we need more, we need to do this, we need to do this. And we can also say, and we won the game. So we were clearly better than someone at some point. so we did enough. But then on the back end, I'm like, why does it look like that? So that's weird. And then the other thing I will say, and you always say this, and so now I'm starting to hear it, whatever, is the other guys on the other team get paid too. And that is another piece of this where it's like, yes, it's not all about us. If it was all about us when we're playing against air, we better score 70 points minimum. But the other guys get paid, and how much guys get paid is important when you're thinking about their production as well. Because I think sometimes my expectation of certain players, I'm like, what are you doing? And I'm like, he's actually doing his job. Like, he's actually doing his job. And he's doing his job very well, considering, considering he's making even what's our first round draft picks? Hammond, Derek,
Harmon, Derek Harmon. Yep.
So so case in point, I don't know if anybody else was watching this, but I'm going to go on a little bit of a tangent here for like 2 seconds. When I was watching him play, right, I watched him chase down Drake May, and he couldn't get him.
The play action
right?
pass, yeah.
He couldn't get him. And I thought, well, why can't he get him? Like, this is ridiculous. He's our first round draft pick. And then I thought, he needs some time. Okay. However, then I watched, I think it was Carter play against and go hunt down Matthew Stafford. And I was like, oh,
one's a top 5 pick and one's a top 15 pick, top 20 pick. Yeah.
Yes. And one has had a little bit more time.
Yeah.
One is in like your, what is it? Your 4,
year 3, right?
Whatever.
Yeah, for Jalen Carter, year 3, I think. Yeah.
Yeah. And so it was in that moment where I thought, okay, like there is a difference. And it's not that Harmon is bad. It's just that he's not him. And that's okay. He's okay. He's okay. Right. So I'm like coping method in myself as I'm watching football, because I'm like, I want my guy to be like him, but my guy's not like him yet, but that's okay, because what he is what he's supposed to be. And so this is what I deal with on Sunday, and why I always tell people in football, you have to watch the competition and you have to watch a multitude of games so that you can analyze like what you're seeing your team do, because he ain't that, but that's okay. That's okay.
Well, and I'm glad to hear that, you do put the time in and you do put the work in to research that, because most people, from a fan's perspective, at least from my eyes, they only focus on their team. So they feel as if every issue is, monumental, because they don't have the context or the perspective to kind of say, oh, this isn't as bad as it may seem. We're not the only team that has first round draft picks that don't come out the gate and play at all pro levels. We talk about how even in this specific matchup, Patriots left tackle Will Campbell, the number 4 overall pick. You look at what Nick Herbig, who is not a first rounder, not a second rounder, right?
Yep.
I think he's third round, if I remember correctly. And it's like, maybe fourth, but it's like you watch how he was beating the drum on Will Campbell, beating him inside, outside. And it's like, okay, now imagine if that was Broderick, who we were talking about, who we were ready to crucify for getting beat by Will McDonald, right? Yeah. And we said with Will, he had to fight. And it's like, that's not even what this matchup is, but it's context. If you never watched the Will Campbell, if you've never seen other tackles or other high pedigree guys struggle, you feel like this is only a problem exclusive to Pittsburgh. And that's why you hear people say, fire Pat Meyer. And it's like, well, we broke down how we talked about the other guys, how they were improving, and how we've said Broderick specifically is improving, things like that. But it's just the context. Right. We lose sight of that at times. So when we do watch our team, yes, we feel like everything is exclusive to us. But as you can see, and this is league wide, everybody's dealing with this stuff. Everybody has to figure out what works. And you always hear me say how to minimize what you struggle with and how to maximize what you do well, because everybody has that. Everybody has a good and a bad. And to go back to what you said about they get paid as well, that's multifaceted, right? In terms of they get paid and how much they get paid. And 2 points I want to bring up. First one is when we talk about, our guys, right? And we're saying, man, what our expectations are. For Patrick Queen, right? I'm over here like, I think this dude's been balling out this year.
I thought he had a great game.
Right. But people really feel like, he's one of our worst players. He sucks. And it was like, okay, well, let's just talk like, what are the expectations of Patrick Queen? Yeah. And I was like, who around the league are we comparing him to? Are we saying that he's doing a better job? And the name they brought up was Fred Warner.
He's the best.
It's like saying, my quarterback isn't nice. He ain't Josh Allen. He's not Lamar. You're like,
you're like, I know he ain't.
I'm like, hold on now. Not only is that it's like, what he gets paid. That's my thing. It's like, what they do gets paid on top of that. Like, so that context matters. But then I would also take it to the step of, heck, just in this Steelers Patriots matchup, right? We said we loved watching 40, right? With the super muffin top helmet, right?
Peppers.
Jabril Peppers, right? Who was he just playing for a year ago?
The Patriots,
right? We talked about Robert Spillane, who was their leading tackler, had an interception. TFL was all over the field, right?
Yeah.
Where did he become the guy that he became? Where did that happen at?
Yeah, he came from us. Yeah. He came from us.
So it's like Yeah. We start going back and forth about, oh yeah, that like yeah, but you get what I'm saying? It's like we go back and forth about, yo, why is it that we feel like good players are only exclusive to us when we for sure complain? It's like, yo, Harold Landry, that's a good player. You heard of Christian Gonzalez, right? You remember Christian Gonzalez was the guy that I was even talking about in the same draft as Devin Witherspoon and JPJ, to the point where I even got hit up about it. Like, yo, why you like him so much? I'm like, hey, bro, I still love my man. I love my man, but he nice. You feel me? Like, like that's how it is sometimes. So we as fans, though, we do feel like, because at high school level, because at the collegiate level, you get that lopsided element, which you speak of, right? Where you'll see a Texas versus a McKee or a McNeese State, right? Or you're just like, ooh, where did this team come from, right? But they can whoop them, and you're like, yo, even when they don't look good, they still look great versus that level of competition. It's just at this level, you don't get that luxury.
Yeah.
You're never going to walk into a stadium and say all 11 starters on offense are better than all 11 starters on defense. And then all 11 starters on defense are better than, if there isn't a game, there isn't. In the whole National Football League, we will go roster for roster, player for players. Like, yo, you will not find that. But that is such a hard concept, it seems, for fans to grasp at this level. And that is one of the things that us as players, we always get frustrated with, because it's like, yo, they are good. Like, you wouldn't, would you expect Texas to play the opening game versus Ohio State, right? Texas, Ohio State, regardless of how the outcome happened, going into that game, was there ever a thought that, man, y'all should blow them out?
No, never.
And regardless of who they put out there, even though you had never seen them play anything, it's the respect of, yo, that is Ohio State, and I know the players that they have over there. In fact, we were recruiting some of those players, right? They were recruiting some of our players. So I know they got some dogs over there, right? I know they got a Marvin Harrison Jr. over there. Or no, he's gone, never mind. Excuse me. But she's like, yo, I know they got some a Jeremiah Smith over there. It's like, yo, this dude is an animal. And we like, yo, we got this over here. Like, he's an animal. It's like, yo, they got, it's like, but that's every week in the NFL. Every week in the NFL, that's what you're dealing with. Drake May is a first round draft pick. Like, think about Drake May. It's like, and me and you both laughed about Drake. We was like, yo, he can do like this and like this all in the same game.
He showed it. Yeah, and he did. Like, to be honest, everything we said in our like victory formation, like if I was like really good at technology, I would have taken time to like go back to watch that, download it, clip it up, and like play some of those clips. But like everything we said on our Wednesday show, I think it was Wednesday,
it was
came
Wednesday.
true. It's like every single thing, like the offensive line, the Drake May, like all the things. So
tell them, TaNeisha, we ain't surprised by that though, because I know you a PhDer, and I try really hard at football. All right, so that's how that's the balance. All right, I try really hard. You got the PhD. Say chill.
This is the time in the show where we need to put up a visual, because more people wish that they were in the NFL than had a PhD, okay? Based on my Instagram polls, okay? And my Instagram polls are everything, okay? It doesn't matter how many people took the poll, okay?
I'm innocent, man.
Everybody, people would prefer to be in the NFL over a PhD. I'm just calling it out, okay? Because anytime, most kind of goes sideways, I got to kind of bring them back. It's okay, everyone.
This is actually wild that you're just weaponizing this poll against me. All right. I was told no weapon formed against me shall prosper. You just over here just whacking me every time. Just like, God, dog.
Every time is a good moment to be petty, okay? This is a win. Like, we won the game. Like, who cares? I did see this comment that I wanted to share. Big Jinx said, "We know if someone gets close enough to the sidelines, Mike T will make a play, but he can't be out on the field for real." Star to you. That is a great comment, and thank you for that.
Hey, man. And RIP to my teammate, man, Jacoby as well, man. But dude, that is nuts. Shout out to Coach T, man.
I love it. Also, like here's your support from your side.
There it is.
The graphic is whooping my boy mouth.
It's tough out here, bro. It's tough out here, 12. What's up, 12? Oh, hey. Y'all see what it is, man. I woke up. I thought it was going to be a smooth little Tuesday. I was like, yo, we ain't even really got to do therapy. I was like, it's a dub when you win. It's easy to talk. This is super chill. And I just walked into an ambush. All right, I walked into the danger zone. I walked into the hot seat. I didn't realize it. Okay, so yeah,
My
she caught me
Instagram
off guard
polls are
today.
deadly. Okay,
I got caught
really
off guard.
bad on Instagram.
Yeah.
Okay, my
Yeah.
polls are deadly. So
Yeah.
hey, there's
Set
always
me
a
up.
reason. There's always a
And
reason. Hey,
like
what
I
is
said,
it? I'm doing my best. Listen, the standard is the standard. Okay.
Yes,
The
yes,
standard
yes.
is the standard. And the standard is when you don't know the answer, you go find the answer. And I found the answer.
Oh good. Hey, look. Oh good. If y'all could have just seen the pre-show how chill she was. All right.
I love it here. This is my favorite. This is my favorite thing. So yeah. So I don't remember how we got on that tangent, but anytime I have an opportunity to put that on the screen, I will. The other thing, we were talking about players. I think so. What I think happens, and I often say this in my videos, and I think people get mad at me or annoy with me, whatever, is sometimes as football fans, a lot of fans live in a vacuum, and it's only their team and their team only, or it is red zone. And what is red zone showing you? All the good plays. Yeah. Red zone's not showing you the struggle. Red zone's not showing you second and whatever on the goal line. They have to go the length of the field. Like all we are seeing are the positive things on red zone. So you see positive red zone. Then you watch your team exclusively. Then you kind of watch other teams, which like you're not really because you're not
you watch Sports Center, so you see the highlights. You see all the highlights, all the sexy plays, the fun plays.
And so it's like I always say this too about my own football knowledge. I don't think I got aware. I don't think I started to understand football the way I was supposed to understand football until I started watching other teams play. And that's like the next level because now I can say, oh my gosh, they are so bad. Okay, we're not that. Oh, we're not that either. And then you can kind of situate it. But a lot of fans only watch like their team and only watch the great things. Or unfortunately too, like the condensed version. Anytime somebody says, yeah, watch the condensed version today, I'm like, I don't even want to hear you. You didn't watch anything. Yeah. You watched nothing. Like, you don't even know what happened. Like, you don't even know our struggle, okay?
You'd be like, dang, how that wasn't that bad of a series. If you watched it in real time, it was.
It was an awful series. Like, it was terrible. Like, we the whole time.
That is funny, man. You'd be like, that condensed, we could cut out all the minutiae. Just get right to we just want the nice part. Just get that.
Yeah. That, and then the other things I think that messes people up is the stats. Because then I said this in my reaction video, if you go look at the stats for the Steelers versus the Jets and Steelers versus the Patriots, we only won in two statistical categories, turnovers and sacks. That's it. Not time of possession, not third down conversion rate, not fourth down conversion rate, not giving up fourth downs, not anything. Okay. We didn't win anywhere else. And so some people would look at that. And that's why I feel like this is so hard. Is because I don't know. It's like you can say all the things. I don't know who's going to turn the ball over. I can't put that into my. I don't know. And then we don't score points off of it. Now I'm like, okay, we suck. And then we win, and I'm like, we don't suck.
I do have a question though, and this is from the player side to the fan side, right?
Yeah.
Why is it that we care more about the secondary stats than the stat that matters the absolute most, which is who scored the most points when the time ran out? That's the thing that always gets me. It's like, yeah, we scored more than them. Is that literally not the main objective of the game for them 4 quarters? Is like, just score more than their team. But we care more almost like about all the other stats than the actual finished product at times. Or at least that's how it feels from our side. That's what I'm like, yo, like, yeah, what's up with that?
I think it's the social media effect. I think that's the world we live in. Yeah. We care more about seeing a perfect couple than to really know if they're actually happy. Ooh. And I think that's how football is. I think we care more about, do we look good? Is that sexy? Are we good? Okay. Can people tell us we're good? If they can tell us we're good, it doesn't matter if we're actually good. It just matters if they see that we're good. And I think perception. I think the perception matters. And I think too, and probably all of our friend circles, right? Somebody's talking trash about your team. Somebody's saying something about your team, right? And they're harping on the thing. And you say, yeah, but I won. And they're like, yeah, but, and it's like, we want the perception of being something versus being real. Like, that's just, people are like, oh, they're so
Respect.
happy. Yeah, their relationship is so good. And I'm like, behind the scenes, it's terrible. But their picture is
Hey,
gorgeous.
how many times do we see it? And their goals? You'd be like, bro, did you see what was going on behind the scenes though? You don't want that, bro. You don't want that in your life. I
You don't
promise you
want
don't want
that.
that in your life.
You don't want those problems.
Yo.
Yeah. And so I think that's why. I think it's just, we want the perception that we're good, and we want people to tell us that we're good. And when they don't, we're like, oh, we suck. That's what I think.
I appreciate that because, like I said, for our side of it, man, we're so entrenched to the behind the scenes, just groundwork. We don't even have enough time to look up and say, man, did y'all like how that looked? Or is these style points? And one of the quotes that we always fall back to is, white man can't jump. Oh, would you rather look good and lose or look bad and win? And we're like, bro, I'm taking the dub every single time because of how much like work it goes into this thing to even have a chance to win it. So that's the part where I was always confused, especially as you get bigger, right? Because high school, college, man, you still can get those lopsided victories, and it just changes the perspective. And even how you brought up when we talked about Texas versus Ohio State, like your expectations, you never went into that game with something that would be outlandish. Whereas at the NFL level, that's like the norm. It's normal to walk into the state, even though all of the pundits, the analysts, we talk about Vegas. Even though Vegas has it as, this is only a 1.5 point spread. That team should only win by 1.5 points, best case scenario.
Yeah.
Or the week before that, they should only win by 2 points, best case scenario. And it's like, but we have this perception or this thought that, they should win by 20 points, by 30 points. And it's just like, why has that, like, how do we get that feeling to become so normal while everything else from the people that are doing it, living it, studying it around the clock are said, no, dude, that ain't this, man. These teams are way closer than what y'all think.
Yeah.
Why is there such a disconnect with that?
Yeah. I think the other thing too, for me, because I say this sometimes on Sundays, it's been a long time since the Steelers had a blowout.
Yeah.
And I think,
but what's a blowout though? And I think that's the question, because NFL blowout versus like college blowout.
Our fan blowout is what I'm trying, like for our mind, you know what I'm saying? Because like, for example, Minnesota and the Bengals, like that game was a joke, right? Okay. When are the Steelers going to have a game where we can go, that was a joke? Like watching Miami play the Colts week 1, that was kind of a joke. When are the Steelers going to have a game where we can come back and be like, that was a joke? Like, and so and again, as a Steelers fan, I think this sometimes on Sundays, right? Even when we started getting turnovers, I'm like, we can't convert those. And it's because, and I think that psyche begins to wear on you where you're like, where's my blowout? Like, where's my game? And it doesn't mean anything. It doesn't mean in context, right? It doesn't mean anything because the health of our organization means more. But in the moment, I don't care about the health of the organization. I want to blow out. So there's that.
I would even piggyback. So not even from a health standpoint, but I would take it a step further. The two specific teams you brought up in those blowouts, Miami. What is the talk about Miami right now in their organization, head coach included?
Fire everybody.
Why? Yeah. Because it's malpractice is taking place. We're not even to the point of competitive. It's malpractice.
Right.
If you are getting beat like that with the talent that they specifically have, that's malpractice.
Yeah.
You would never see that with Coach Tomlin. We've seen, and the proof is in the pudding between Mason, Duck, Kitty, Mitch, right? We go down the list.
Yeah.
But there was a point in time where people were swearing that that's what they wanted, though. They want the fun razzle dazzle type of offense, man. They scored 70 points on Denver at one point. So now we go to the other team. We said, all right, Cincinnati. Whenever Joe Burrow hasn't been out there, we're like, yo, there's serious questions about Zach Taylor.
Yeah.
Is he good or not? Can he get it done? Or is it just Joe Burrow has come in and he's the savior? So even with that, you watching that game, it's like, yeah, that's malpractice. Once again, you don't see, like when I look at Vrabel hasn't shown a history of that type of stuff. I looked at it, I was like, man, after them first two scores and we went up 14-0, this was where I respect Vrabel because I said, yo, you made your adjustment. You said, okay, we're not going to allow you guys to do this. We're going to try to slow the game down this way. And then from there, Drake May did heat up the 17 play, 13 play. So now you're taking our offense out of rhythm. And we always say, if we're playing the Chiefs, we would say the best defense against Mahomes is what? Man, hold that ball on offense, man. Do what you got to do to keep the drive going.
On the field.
Heck, we saw the Patriots to the extent that they went for it on 4th down in their own territory. Not because it's right, but people looked at that as some like false bravado of confidence, and it's like, that's cool. But at the end of the day, you still get beat. It still lost you. You still went for it on 4th down and you end up losing. We could talk about, well, he ran backwards. Does that matter? Did he or did he not execute the play? We do not look at ourselves and say, hey, man, the only reason that running play ain't work was because our old line just missed that block right there. Oh, it doesn't matter. No, we say he missed the block. That's it, right? Yeah. So I don't care about this. He caught the pass. And did he get the 1st down? Yes or no? So if he did not, then fire their coach because it's malpractice over there, right? Or, hey, man, he's coaching it, right? Yeah. Because that's what we say here, right? If any of our 111 mess up, we say it's on Coach T or we put it on Arthur Smith, right? So, hey, if their player messed up like that, man, that's on Vrabel. That's on the coach. But regardless of that, it's like at the end of the day, what happened? What were the results? And that's the thing that I keep going back to, and why it's like, yeah, the optimism should be there, but at the same time, it's tough to blow teams out that actually are professional.
Yeah, and
that's why you don't see a lot of it at this league.
I think what you're saying is right. But again, I think because you have the extra layer, it keeps keeps you calm. Absolutely. Whereas the rest of us are just kind of like, like literally, sometimes I'm like, and you know, and I was eating my pizza. That's why we won this week. By the way, I was eating my pizza. Okay, I'm sacrificing my diet for this team.
Shout out to the pizza.
Like,
Shout out.
I'm sacrificing a lot here. And I was sitting there and I was thinking, I'm like, it's just, I have this, like, I just want them to be good so bad that sometimes I feel like I'm overly, and I do nitpick, that's what I do, but I also am like extra nitpicky because like, just be good, please. Like, and then, like I said before, 7 people are good. And then 4 people don't do their job. And it doesn't matter that those 7 people were good because the 4 people we need to do their job just happen to give up a sack or like whatever it is. And I think that's kind of the fun part about football and the frustrating thing, because you're like,
I got questions. I got questions.
You have questions. Okay, before you have questions, hold your question. If you think about it, make sure that you're all going. We're dual streaming on both of our channels. So make sure you like my channel and make sure you like Moats' channel. His is Arthur Moats, you know, very officially labeled Arthur Moats. The other thing I have for us that I have prepared, because I'm a preparer, is I am dropping our memberships in the chat. So you will see them appear. It will be, mine will drop first, and then you will see Arthur Moats drop second. And if you want to join either one of our memberships, you can join a membership. I know Moats is doing like behind the scenes of his life and some things that he has going on is behind the scenes there. He is doing, he is doing film breakdowns also that he's releasing. It's like, it's masterful. Like nobody would ever know, you know, like you're killing it. Like
I'm learning from you.
You're doing great. Like we had a whole conversation. The ability of you, let me praise you in just a second. And then on mine, I have my membership where I'm just like behind the scenes and I'm a mess. And I did release something last night at 2 a.m. for my members. So congratulations, members, because I was working hard. So there's that. The other thing I'll say too is, and you get both video. I release early. Do you early release to your members? Okay,
I do, cool. Yes. Mm-hmm.
So you get that too. So all you have to do is click the link. I got it all for you, all tagged, pretty and perfect. The other thing is too, I need the chat and everybody around the world that will listen to this now, playback and all of that. You know, sometimes you give people like action or give them information and they don't take the information and apply it. That is not Arthur Moats. Okay. The way he is able to take information and spin it into something, like I could make a list right now of how many things like we haven't, we're like, because we're a work in progress, right? Like we're trying our best. We're like maneuvering and shrinking and trying and adding this and don't do that and take it away. And what about this? And hey, here's a screenshot. Like, what do you think? So like, shout out to you for like putting the details to action, because a lot of people just get the information and they don't carry it to the next thing where it's action. And you're doing that. So I just needed to like publicly say, I really appreciate that.
Well, look, I appreciate the acknowledgement. Now, look, I can't take compliments, okay? So don't give me too many compliments over here. I start walking around smile, you thinking I'm good. All right, so don't compliment me. I tell, hey, coach, don't tell me I did good today, coach. Just say, hey, that was well, but you got to do this. All right, just yet.
You're doing great. You're doing great.
I appreciate you. Like I said,
questions for me.
we're pushing each other in the right direction. And that's what it's all about, man. It's like, yo, what they say, iron sharpens iron. All right. So let's keep it going. Let's keep it going. But
I love that.
The question that I did have, and I like this because I do hear it a lot. We talk about good. Are we good or are we not good? And I think that's a multi-layered question, because are we saying good in the present tense, or are we talking good from, hey, what does that look like in January or February before we even actually have seen or even known everything, right? Because to me, statistically, is 2-1 technically not good? Because 2-1, if we look around the league, you look in the AFC, you look at our division specifically, it's like, it's more teams that aren't 2-1 than that are 2-1 or even 3-0. So just in that simple space of stats right there, it's like, yo, this is a good team. But now, are we saying, yo, are they good? And we're projecting? Because if the projection part, I think that's a different question in the sense of, are they going to be good in February? Are they going to be good in January? But right now, based off of the 3 games, and this is all we know, we don't know what next week look like, because as I broke down earlier, no one knew that Derrick Henry would be fumbling the ball like that. So now all of a sudden, hey, our fumbles, that's impossible? Nah.
Yeah.
So even though we were creating fumbles versus Ramondre Stevenson, who also led the league in fumbles last year, right? I'm just asking, like, yo, what makes a team good at this stage, and what is the statement when we're saying good, when we're talking about our team? Are we talking here? Or are we talking, 3 months down the line, 4 months down the line? And that's what I'm hoping that you can help me out, because the way you know how you be feeling, you be getting passionate. That's the stuff when I walk around my house, that's the stuff that be getting me. Cause I'm like, I know when I call up my guy, he's going to say, yo, you're a good team. I know when I call up this is a good team. But when I like see the internet, or I talk to people in passing, or, I'm out in the city, it's like, bro, what am I missing?
Well, you're missing that as human beings that know nothing, that haven't ever been in a room, we are going to whine. Okay? We're whiners.
Why are you like this?
We're going to whine. Oh, I'm sorry. I thought I was here to tell the truth. Okay, we don't want the truth. We're going to whine. Okay, we will whine. That is what we will do, is whine. Okay, as fans, we whine. I will be honest with you. I've never met a professional athlete that used to play a sport, or even a guy that played Power 4 college football, ever complains as much as a fan. We whine. It's what we do. Okay. So I think that sometimes once you understand there will be whining, okay, that's number one. Then you have to go back and say, okay, they're going to whine. They're just going to whine because we don't know. We don't know what's going on behind the scenes. We honestly don't know why Arthur Smith is calling certain things. You probably will know because you're like, bro, this is what we practiced all week. Of course, that's what he's calling. But for us, we're looking at it and we don't know. So we whine. For you, you're looking at it, you're like, oh, he called that because if we called a jet sweep in the guy on the right, like, you get it. We don't get it that way. So no matter how much football we think we know, we think we watch film, we think we have the all 22, we think we know everything. We don't know because we don't know his play. So we want. Okay?
Yo, that all 22, yo, you are funny.
Because
I for sure see that pop up too. They put up a like,
we don't know.
I don't know what you tried to show me here.
Yeah, people are watching bad film breakdown.
It's like, I don't know what you tried to show me, man.
They don't know. So we want, and so that's what happens, right? So then
I know what it was, TaNeisha.
Lying to us. We have these people lying to us and telling us your team's not good because this, your team's not good because this, your team's not good for this. And we listen because we're already whining. And that's what happens. And the only thing that can fix it is a win. And for us though, because our standard is Super Bowls, we also feel frustrated that now we don't even say our goal is to win the Super Bowl this year. We're frustrated that now our goal is to win a playoff game. And I don't know if fans are ready to admit that we're frustrated that we have had to lower our standard, but we're frustrated because we want to say, we're going to the Super Bowl this year and we're going to kill it. Like, that's what we want. But we know we don't say that anymore. We say we want to win a playoff game, and that's frustrating for us. I think that's our issue as Steelers fans, is we've had to lower our standard and we hate it. And we can't say that we hate it. Instead, we're like, fire Tomlin. Like, fire Arthur Smith. Like, it's because we're frustrated because we whine. Like, we're whining, spoiled, privileged brats being a Steelers fan. Period.
Yo,
that's my spiel.
Respect.
That's what I think.
I appreciate the context because that's one of the things for me, honestly, where we're just like, I always feel like that's my disconnect. I'm like, man, I'm too close to it. I can't see it or even like understand it all the way. But you're right. I get that. I get that. And I did peep the humble flex you threw in there. You said Power 4 guys. I was like, yo, put some respect. She said no little boy conferences. All right. None of that one double A. No, I said, oh shit. She said, yo, the Power 4 guys. I said, whoa. So all right. She said, we might stream. She said, we might stream. We all might be fans, but I'm not like y'all. God.
Sorry to everyone I offended with that
conference
comment.
people, okay? I wasn't a Power 4 conference guy. Okay, I was a little one double A dude. All right, we had to get it. We had to develop this team. All right, a little label over here.
I'm sorry. Anybody that knows football is what anybody that's played football is what I should have said. I am so sorry because you get it. You don't whine. You understand it. You get the game differently than we do. I have a super chat here. Let's see. What is it? Oh, hey, Reggie. Thank you for the super chat.
Reggie.
Not what I came for. A hair flip. Okay, back to work. I would play you one of my thank yous, but this is a family show and it's in the morning, so I won't play it. I'll have to do that. I'll have to do it another time because my thank yous are a little bit, inappropriate in this audience. It's not the right setting for that, so we'll just save it. We'll just save that.
She said we do the late night stream. Right? You're gonna come back for the prime time one.
We'll save my thank yous. We don't need to play those right now. But thank you for the super chat, Reggie. Like I don't need. Listen, okay. This chat is finally being nice and calm to me. I don't need to play it.
I was about to say, hey, chat. So y'all know what this means. Next time y'all see her stream, y'all just start dropping the chat. Drop supers over there. See what the thank you is. All right, y'all know what this is.
I have some thank yous, but
gave a real disclaimer. She was like,
I'm just because I'm just throwing it out there.
All right.
But yeah, so that is how I feel. That's what I think. So yeah.
I like
what
it.
It is.
I like it.
So we won. Okay. What is your main takeaway? Like, as we put a bow on this and we say, okay, that was fantastic. What is your main takeaway? And then what are you looking for as we head to Ireland into a game at freaking 9? What time? I think it's like 8:30 for me.
Yeah. 8:30 for you, 9:30 for us. Yeah. It's shout out to the international life, right? But we'll all be tuning in.
Yeah.
But my main takeaway
can I just say something? Hold on, chat.
Heck yeah.
I'm going to say this, and I'm going to regret it after I say it, but I'm going to say it. If you go to my page, okay, my YouTube, and you send me a super chat right now, I will drop one of the thank you videos. Only one for one super chat. That is it.
Come on.
Because now you're asking for it, and I'm only going to drop it if somebody sends a super chat. Otherwise, I'm not dropping a video. Okay, go ahead. So
y'all
what are you
know
looking
what it is,
to?
man. Y'all know what it is. Go to her channel, drop that super, stop playing, stop wasting time. Y'all know what this is, all right? But while we're waiting on the super to come in, the thing that I would say my main takeaways from this game, love what I saw from my LBs inside and outside. I thought they flew around. I love the production. I finally got splash from inside and outside, whether it was Cole Holcomb forcing a fumble, whether it was Patrick Queen, Cole Holcomb, and Peyton Wilson being my three most productive tacklers. TJ Watt, multiple sacks, Nick Herbig, pressures, right? I love that. I need that to continue because I think that's only going to get better. Highsmith returns, it's only going to get better. Cole Holcomb getting more experience, or not even experience, just getting back out there because we know he took the injury, man, missed the whole year. That's going to just help us get better, right? So I feel great about that. I feel great about the fact that I know Deshaun Elliott is going to be returning, right? Sooner rather than later, because I look at how Jabril flies around, but I still say, man, the piece that I'm still missing is Deshaun Elliott. I'm still missing that piece. That's going to help me out on that back end to help mitigate some of that passing stuff, but more importantly, to make that run defense even better, right? Okay. So those are some of the things that I'm looking at off or on the defense side of the ball in terms of what I liked and what I want to see going forward with that group, right? On offense, man, you're a work in progress. We already know this, but keep finding ways to put points on the board. 21 points, and we're criticizing you as a negative. Man, there were times over the past however many years where we couldn't score more than 20, couldn't even score more than 17, let alone score on our opening possession. So you're telling me my first 15 plays are cooked up nice. That means Arthur Smith, he's detailing his work from a knowing what that person wants to do out the gate standpoint. One of the things that we were hypercritical about Matt Canada for, right? Man, we can't ever score on the opening drive. This dude has shown that, hey, you give me the resources, you give me the personnel, I can make it work, even with this O-line and this run game or the lack thereof. So keep doing that. O-line,
Yeah.
you guys have been pass protecting better and better each week. We're not going to take steps back there. Keep that part looking better each and every week. If that gets better, we'll figure out the run stuff. But you have to keep making sure that we're not dealing with run and pass issues, because now I'm screwed. Now I can't even schematically try to protect you because I'm just damned with,
True. Yeah.
however they want to have success with that thing. And then from there, Aaron Rodgers, man, shoot, I'm glad that you had your interceptions. All right. I'm glad, because it's lowering the as players, we put ourselves and hold ourselves to the highest standard. No fan, no coach, no parent can ever expect or demand more from us than we demand from ourselves. But there are pros and cons to that. And sometimes having that bonehead, bro, you really hit Spillane in the face with the ball. And sometimes you need that.
Yeah.
And it's just like, bro, I'm tripping. I'm
Yeah,
way
my
too.
bad.
That was on me. Let me get mine. I got you. And we saw that later in the game with the Calvin Austin touchdown pass. So to me, Rodgers, man, let's go. Keep being who you are, because you've already proved a lot of the doubters wrong who thought that you couldn't even throw the football anymore, who thought you couldn't even run anymore, who thought that you weren't even healthy enough to even do what we've seen in 3 games and take some of the shots that you've taken. So keep doing what you're doing as well. And like I said, after that, Coach T, man, you got to keep your foot on their neck. You already know that, though. But those are like my takeaways from it, because I see through these first 3 games the beautiful part that has been developing, but there's also a lot of mud still on it. You still cleaning this thing off. And it's not supposed to be clean by the last week of September. It's not supposed to be beautiful by the last week in October, even in November. Nah, I'm hunting for end of December. I need that thing to be now hitting right where I want it to be hitting. So when this postseason hits, man, we are a well-oiled machine, and we are our best that we're going to be, the most healthy we're going to be. Everything is hitting on everything that we want to hit right then and there. If I'm doing that in September, man, I pray that it can last that long. But odds are, how many teams do that?
Yeah,
and that's
we've
the
been
part
there
that
before.
Right, we've seen it 11-0 out the gate.
Yeah.
It's like,
And
yo,
then
you know how
didn't.
this goes, man. So that's the part where we're like, yo, this is a marathon. It's not a sprint. It's a marathon.
Okay.
But I got to keep seeing positive and keep winning each checkpoint. Right now, we're 2-1 for the month of September. Can I get 3-1 for this first quarter? Because if it's 3-1 for this first quarter, you can't tell me that we're not a good team right now. You catch what I'm saying? Because the facts are, you win 3 out of those first 4 games. That makes you statistically a good team.
That's true. That's true. So I will give my thoughts here in a minute. So we did get a super chat. So
Black and Yellow, we live, baby. We live. That's my best. Yes.
So, okay, everybody sit down, get ready. Here it comes. There it is. So thank you.
Okay.
There's a
okay.
So,
okay.
On my channel, we had a vote off on which one that they like the most of which one I played, because I think I have 5 of them, and that was the highest voted one. So that is the one I decided to play. So there's my thank you. Super chat.
Man.
And so yes, every time
I have been slacking.
So there's that. So shout out to you. I appreciate that. So there's that.
Jamal,
and then so also shout out to Maze Madman for the joining my membership. Welcome. And then shout out to Black and Yellow Texas Steel for joining my membership as well. So thank you, everybody. See how I'm just talking over it? See how I'm talking through it?
They said, oh my God, we not about to just breeze through that one. Sheesh. They was over here like,
drop it and keep it moving. So we do. I have 5 different ones, and every time somebody sends a super chat, I just drop them. Usually I don't do it when I'm dual streaming. However, somebody said to me once, like, how dare you not drop a thank you when I sent you a super chat? Like, I sent you a super chat for the video. I'm like, okay. Sorry.
The standard
so that is
the
my
standard. The standard is the standard. So from here on out, when super chats come in, especially on your channel, oh no. You for sure gonna play the play. Give them the thank you. Give the people what they want. All right. The people have expectation. Okay. Give the people what they want. Y'all clearly have seen I have been slacking. I apologize for every person that sent me a super chat. Okay. The same way I apologize to my members because I was unaware of the intent of what I should be doing back. I clearly have been dropping the ball once again. Okay. But I'm learning for sure. I'm learning. Okay. New thank yous are coming soon. I'm gonna get this squared away for you guys. Okay.
Thank yous are
I'm
coming
gonna get this
soon.
squared away. New thank yous coming soon.
Are coming soon.
Because wow. I was like, yeah, what is this? What?
That's what I do. So listen, if you send me a super chat, if you send $5 or above, that's the only minimum. You'll get a thank you video.
Wow.
Anyways, so that's what I do. And the funny thing is during the season, I don't even go live that much, so people don't usually get to see them. So it's just kind of funny.
It's like, yo,
so yeah, thank you. Thank you for the
Hannibal said, thank you, doctor. You see, thank you, doctor. You should have said, wow, this is y'all.
He said I wasn't ready. I told you I literally said it's coming. I literally said it is coming. She did say that.
She did for sure say that.
So the only way you get them is if you send a super chat. And I have 5 different variations, and I will play one for you when you send a super chat. That's just what I do. Yeah. So thank you, Black and Yellow Texas Steel, for your super chat. I appreciate it.
Shout out.
I probably should play one for my members too, but we'll figure that later. So
see.
Before
I'm gonna be like you when I grow up, man. I'm gonna be like you when I grow up. That's all I'm saying. You're inspiring me.
This section. If you have any questions, make sure that you drop your questions. So the last 15 minutes, we always try to answer any questions that you have to try to engage, because after this show, I don't know about you, but after this show, we kind of transition to the next week. And so if you have any just lingering questions, things you want to know, I will do my best to try to tag them and then go back and find them. And then Wendy said she has to get up at 6:30 a.m. for the game.
Long Beach, a little LBC action, man. Shout out to Wendy. But she diehard. When I tell you she a diehard fan, she locked in. Absolutely. Yeah. And she finds content on in the YouTube space.
I know, that's right.
Shout out to you, Wendy. Wendy be pulling up. I'm like, yo, salute to Wendy, man. It's a party now that Wendy's in the building. All right.
Yeah, absolutely. I love it. Good for you. I love that. I just love that commitment and dedication.
No, seriously. I love it. Yo, 6 a.m.
Yeah.
You a soldier.
I'm gonna be honest with you, Wendy. I might have to hit record on that one. I'm just gonna be honest.
And TaNeisha, you imagine you get up there early and it's 3rd and 17 and they gonna play that soft zone coverage and they complete that day, girl.
Y'all got it. Y'all got all of this.
I ain't even brushed my teeth yet. The amount of curse words that might have came out my mouth.
And then this is up your whole day, because now you're watching the noon games and you're
pissed.
What? Who's playing? What does my schedule say? Oh my goodness! So shout out to you, Wendy. I will be thinking about you this weekend when I wake up, because Colorado plays late for me, so I'll be probably going to bed around really late because I'll have to do my video for that. So I'll be with you, but not as early. So I shout out to you, Wendy. Kudos.
And we need another dub, Colorado. Come on, baby. Come on. Which quarterback are they sticking with? I kind of like the one they went to.
They better stick to Salter. I don't even know why they ever. Yeah, I don't know why they ever didn't stick with him.
I don't know either, but I know you're closer to it. So I was just I didn't get that one. Yeah.
They, what's funny is being a Texas fan, people were like, Coach Sark, pull Arch. He's terrible. And I'm like, first of all, these guys are in college. Everybody yells about everybody leaving to get the bag, but now we're trying to see development. You don't want to see the development. No, you don't pull your guy. You let your guy work through it.
Reps.
And develop, because he's going to have another time in the season where he's not good, and he needs that moment to be like, okay, I got to get myself out of this. I got to work myself out of this. I don't understand why that concept is so difficult. So
we want microwave success. You know that. I don't have time. It's either you're great or you suck, and I didn't know today.
And I'm like, show me the development. Let me process. Let him process it. Let him work through it. Let him get, because once you pull him, it's like,
confidence is killed.
Yeah. And now, like, let's say he struggles next week. Are you going to pull him? You're going to let him struggle.
Yeah.
So, somebody just said, just think about me before you go to sleep.
I'll try my best to think about you. All right, guys. I'll try my best.
You.
I think about you all the time, Rod. Every time I go to sleep, I'm like, oh, what's Rod Dollar doing? Black and Yellow takes time over here like, we live, baby. Just not right now, but we so live. I think of all you guys. All right, I appreciate y'all, especially you, Jamal. Be like, yo, I love your eyes, Jamal. Oh, Jamal, you make me so happy.
What the show is, but it's the best show ever. Like, I don't know what it is. Like, we're talking about football, we're talking a little bit about everything. Okay. If you want it, we're here for it. Kind of okay, that sounds bad, but you know what I'm saying. On the same track, something like that.
She'll say thank you. She's really accommodating at the end. She's for sure gonna say thank you. I will say thank you.
I 100% will say thank you. I was raised as a lady, and as a lady, you say thank you. And so I'm going to say thank you. I'm going to add a little sauce on it when I say thank you. That's just what I'm going to do. So did you really just say his eyes are so lovely?
You know what I'm saying? Like, guys. Shout out to you, Jamal.
Shout out to Jamal with your eyes.
What's up, Jamal? Like your eyes.
Okay. What was I gonna say? That's freaking hilarious.
Can we get back focused? Yes. You got me over here. All right, we'll focus.
Okay. My putting a bow on it. Okay. My putting a bow on it is going to be, I don't think we realize how important and impactful Aaron Rodgers is.
Ooh.
Because I think even through all of my, whatever, I still knew that we had Aaron Rodgers. And last year, when things would happen, I remember being like, I don't even know if we're going to be able to score. I don't even know. I don't know if we're going to be able, I don't really. But with him, I'm like, okay, he has it in him. And I think that, I don't know this for a fact, obviously, but I think that helps a team in all phases of the game. I think it helps an offense say, we still have that guy. Okay, I just have to block for him a little bit longer. I just have to catch it because I know he's going to throw it right to my hands. I just have to do my job because I know that we have that guy and he's going to do his job. And I'm wondering if the defense also kind of starts thinking that too. Like, maybe we haven't done everything we needed to. Maybe we haven't whatever, but we have that guy. And if I get that guy the ball back, eventually, maybe I just need to keep giving him a shot. I just need to keep giving him a chance. Whereas last year, and years before, I feel like we were always kind of like, can our defense score? Like, can y'all score, please? Like, can y'all get it like and put it like on the 20 so we can come in and kick a field goal so our offense doesn't have to do anything? And I'm just wondering how much of just Aaron Rodgers being our quarterback is helping our offense do what they need to do. And also our defense, just get the ball back to him. Just get the ball back to him. Just hold him to a field goal, right? Like, how much of that? I don't know, but and maybe that's a question for you. How much of that do you think? I have a quarterback. Yeah. Okay, I need to give him, if I give him enough opportunities, he's better than their guy. Yeah. He's going to make this work eventually. And so he's kind of like my bow. He's like the connector. He's the thing that I'm kind of like, when all else fails and you look out there, you say, Chris Boswell can make this field goal. Aaron Rodgers can get him in field goal range. That's kind of how my brain is functioning. And I haven't had that for a long time.
No, and honestly, what you explained is actually how it operates. I was fortunate enough to not play with Big Ben for 4 years and then play with him for 4 years. And what you broke down, I can vividly remember in Buffalo showing up to play against the undefeated Kansas City Chiefs. And at that time, their undefeated didn't feel like how it was with Mahomes and stuff, right? It's Alex Smith out there.
Yeah.
But we're playing the perfect game, shutting them out defensively. And we lose because we had a pick six. It's like, that sucks. You know what I mean? You're like, bro, how does this work? But then you come to Pittsburgh, and I remember walking into the first game of the season, Ramon Foster's walking down the tunnel with me. He's like, Moats, why are you smiling? And I say, bro, throughout my 4 years of Buffalo, and this is with Trent Edwards, with my dog Ryan Fitzpatrick, EJ Manuel, Jeff Toole, Thad Lewis. I said, man, we never felt like we could give up more than a touchdown. get out that stadium. We felt like, yo, if you're not pitching a shutout, bro, good luck. Whereas here, we're like, man, do you realize what 7 is? You know, regardless of what happens, if I get him the ball one more time, we got a chance. And I think of 2014, 2015, that was a lot of the conversation surrounding us because we were young. We were figuring it out defensively. We were learning together, right? And it was like, man, get him a stop. And we figured, and this is what we started to learn. We say, yo, we got to dominate the pass rush. We would have a ton of sacks. But we said, man, situation, we just got to be locked in the red zone. Teams are going to move up and down the field 20-20, but when the red zone hits, we got to be rock solid because that's going to give 7 a chance. It's going to keep some of the points limited situationally. And it was like, man, as long as you have that, you feel confident. But that level of confidence comes from years of high-level production.
Right.
Even when Russ came here, Russ was coming after a Denver situation where it looked rocky. Justin Fields came over after a Chicago situation where it looked rocky. Mitch Trubisky came over after being a backup in Buffalo. Kenny Pickett was a draft pick, but he was a young first rounder. And when I say young, NFL-wise young, but in terms of actual age, older. So in terms of feeling just this unwavering belief, it's like when I say to fans, hey, why don't you just trust the team? It's like, bro, we don't have the experience that you've had. So how can I trust the way that you trust? Whereas when we look at Rodgers, it's like, yo, Rodgers had them experiences. Rodgers, you look at Rodgers in one-score games. You look at Rodgers in fourth-quarter situations. You look at Rodgers big game, small game. It doesn't matter. It's the reason why he's a 4-time MVP, Super Bowl champ, Super Bowl MVP. He just became the 4th all-time touchdown passes career mark, right? Past Brett Favre. So we're talking about a dude that is on a level of quarterback that we have not seen even close to since healthy Big Ben. Healthy, right? And I think that that's the thing that we will start to feel more and more of what you explained in terms of that confidence, because you're like, yo, we've seen Rodgers. We've been on the bad end of Rodgers sometimes, right?
Yep.
But it's like, hey, right? We've seen that. But it's like, oh, so when you actually have that, that doesn't feel the same as Russ. And I still like what Russ does, but Russ, his style, even in Seattle, never felt league-wide dominance.
No, it's not Aaron Rodgers.
Was that. We even talked about how, remember, the campaign for Russ was let Russ cook, right? Because he had to get votes for a MVP vote. He wasn't even getting an MVP vote. Rodgers is a different class of animal. Rodgers, we're talking about 4-time MVP, could have more. We're talking about one of the greatest quarterbacks from just a talent standpoint. The production matches it, but from a talent standpoint, before Mahomes, it was who? Rodgers.
Yeah.
So the more we're still seeing those remnants, the more we're still seeing what that looks like, even though it isn't what it was 10 years ago. It's like, man, what that is even today is so much ahead of what we've been experiencing these past couple of seasons. We're going to feel more and more of what you're explaining in terms of that confidence. And hopefully we'll be able to enjoy that. Because it's been too long. It's been way too long since we felt like
way too long. Yeah.
But we know during Killer B era, you would have never felt, man, shoot, man. 1-score game. Oh God.
We never felt out of it.
It's like, hey, we got a chance. Get 7 the ball back. We got a chance. Get him the ball. Don't matter how you do it, just get him the ball. Yep.
The magic of Ben. Sometimes I feel like, like I don't even know. Yeah. Like I'm not saying I feel the same way about Aaron Rodgers that I felt about Ben, because I don't, because it's different. He's a whole different. He's different.
And his history wasn't here. We watched his history, but it's different when you're emotionally invested and you're watching it like this.
Yeah. And for Rodgers, he just gives me a sense of like, and like I said before, the thing I loved about him, everyone was talking about his attitude is this, is that, is that. And I said to everybody, I like that. I want the fire. We haven't had that. I need somebody that's going to yell at a guy. I need somebody that's going to be like on the field. Like, I like that. Like, give me all of that. Like, get in somebody's face, say something, yell at the coach, throw your iPad. I don't care. Like, give me that fire. Like, I need that,
but
because
you have to be qualified.
Yeah. And he does it. And I just think he's great. I just absolutely think that I think he has given us a sense of calm that we don't even realize it, because this is now week 3, another week of another live stream that I haven't seen a single person in the chat say anything bad about our quarterback play. And even Aaron Rodgers himself was like, oh God, I gotta be better. But because that lets me know as fans, we're kind of like, whoo, all right, We ain't worried about that. You know, it's like, yes,
it's not the kitty picket every week. It's not the Mr. Trubisky every week. It's not Fields. It's not Rest every week.
I didn't have even seen Mason Rudolph's name. It's like,
think about this. Crazy.
Yeah. And even though people like, yes, he's taking too many sacks. Yes, all the things. We know he's old. We know, but we still are just like, but leave him alone. Like, let him like do his thing.
Yeah.
And I love that. I love that. So before we get out of here, let's see. I started a couple of things. Some of them are funny. Some of them are questions. So I'll do the funny ones first. So the first funny one is, how do you compete with that, Mr. Moats? Better get the baby oil. LOL.
Look, man. It's like that sometimes, all right? It's like
I love that.
Jamal with the nice eyes.
So there you go, Jamal. So he's telling you have nice eyes and you're asking about baby oil. We'll leave that where it's at. And then somebody else commented, we'll leave that where it's at. And then somebody else said, Harmon looks like a problem out there. Don't he? It's supposed to be doesn't he, but I'll say don't he. Bro got some hot tape for his first outing. I do think he did look good out there for that being his first game.
No, absolutely.
So what do you think?
Yeah, I agree. Actually, for my peoples out there, y'all gonna get a film session. I already got the plays lined up. Just got to go ahead, lock that in, record that, but that's coming soon because I would agree. I thought not only was he good against the pass, but watch him against the run, watch his effort. The play that you brought up earlier about, Drake May beating him outside, little coaching point just in terms of the angle, but everything else in terms of the reaction, that is high level, high level, man. And like you said, man, health is going to be the big question, just in the sense of you're coming back from injury, but I didn't see a lot to make me feel concerns with him. In fact, I'm inspired that that's going to make Keanu, YA Black, Loudermilk, when that comes back, they're going to have to elevate because of what he just put on tape, man. Absolutely.
Yeah. I love that. So anything else you want to say to wrap us up, to close us out? I will say, for those of you watching this channel, I have one more thing to do.
I'm scared.
To be petty. And you're only going to see that, though, on the outro. So you have to stay with us until the outro. It will play in the outro, my last pettiness for the day. So before we get there, Moats, is there anything you want to say to us? Anything?
I apologize in advance. I'm scared. I don't know what it is. Because at least she told me about something at the end. So I know this is like, yeah, because she already mentioned this. I didn't know about the getting shot up in the middle of the show. I didn't know any of that. Okay, so I am actually concerned. I just hope that everything's good. All right, I thought we were friends. I thought it was cool.
Oh, we're friends. We are friends. And this one for just so everybody, because some people are like, I gotta get my screenshot ready. This one is not
Lord.
me. This isn't me. Okay, this is all for Moats. So anything else you want to say before we head out of here? And no, I didn't just roast you. I was just joking. It was a joke, laugh, giggle. You know I'm petty. You know I'm petty. While he's thinking of his last statement, make sure you like both of our channels. We're dual streaming on both of our channels. I'm live on Twitter. You can also follow us on our socials if you would like. Mine's really flawed. His is Arthur Moats because he's a former NFL player. We all know that.
My God.
And yeah. So Twitter, Instagram, all the good things. I'm telling you, but when I end the stream, you will want to watch what is going to play for 12 seconds when it's over. Anything else you want to say before we end?
See, this is why you try to be friends with people with PhDs, because they are just their research, their level of detail, their level of just, they don't miss. Okay. I have to come correct next time, okay, guys? I got caught slipping. Okay, she caught me slipping. I'm running back home like this right now. It's hot down there. It's hot. All right. So we're 2-1. Shout out to the fact that we're on the 2-1 side. If your team won this week, great. If your team didn't win, nah, woo woo. All right, and yeah, make sure I got that coffee early and fired up come Sunday. Yeah. And don't forget victory formation though. All right.
Yeah, we will see you. Are we Tuesday? Wednesday?
We're Thursday this week.
We're Thursday this week. I will make an appearance towards the end of the show. Do you know who your interview's with yet, or you want to announce that later?
Oh, so actually, and I'm glad you brought it up too. No interview this week because the guys are actually leaving on Thursday. They're flying out. So
right.
Yeah. Okay. So it was like, no go on that. But you're the special guest. So how about that, TaNeisha?
I'm the special. I'll be there. Okay. I'll be there. I might
if you there, I'll
wear
be there.
something
right.
fancy for you.
You know what I'm saying? Look, I have my people call your peoples, and then we'll set it up. You know what I mean? And then
We'll
it's like, you know what I mean?
We'll
Yeah, you know how it is. Like, because you
love
got PhD, so I know you got like, you know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, I already know the group. I already know the joke.
Since he wants to make sure to say that, I just want to put this poll up one more time.
Oh my God!
That
Are we
lets
serious
everybody
right now,
know,
like, guys?
again, who people would prefer to play in the NFL over having
crazy.
a PhD. It is 57-43. Just calling that out here because some people like forget, you know, these things. I just wanted to make sure I called it. I'm in full blown theatrics mode at this point today.
Wild,
like,
man. This is wild. Wow.
Full blown theater mode today. What's actually funny is I didn't even get a lot of sleep last night. This is me on like not a lot of sleep. So just imagine what I could have created with a lot of sleep. So okay, I'm about to end the stream. I just want to warn everybody again. Not warn. As soon as I hit end stream, you will want to watch the screen and turn your sound up. Okay. All right. We'll see you all on Thursday. Thank you for being here. Bye. Okay. You see that improvement? We got to improve perimeter. You see these borders improved? You see? He's improving. He's a starter. He's a starter, folks, for the Pittsburgh Steelers.
You're funny.